The process for examining the thoracic spine is similar to that when the lumbar spine is examined. In this situation, I can go to L1, which has the broad spinous process, go then to the T12, which has a single finger breadth of a spinous process, versus the 2 that's present in the lumbar. Go up to T11 and T10. And at T10 is where I'm going to demonstrate the process for localizing the transverse processes. So we always start by localizing the spinous process, because the spinous process in general is one of the easiest landmarks to locate. Once you've identified the spinous process, and for me, I feel in the inner space above and below the spinous process, so I know right in between those two is where the spinous process is, that at this level, the transverse process is going to be about 1 finger's breadth lateral from the spinous process in the thoracic region, and that is going to be above where the spinous process is located. So using 1 finger's breadth out, I know it's going to be into this general column, and since this is the spinous process, I'm going to begin feeling above in that general column, 1 finger's breadth lateral from the spinous process. Once I've gotten in that general area, I'm going to feel for the area where it's most firm, and then feel above and below to feel the inner space, to know that I am in an area that is less firm. That will confirm that I'm in the area of the spinous process. I can also slowly kind of rotate around the transverse process. The transverse process is about the size of a pea, or the tip of your finger, your little finger. So that would be what you'd be wanting to feel. Another way to confirm that I've localized the place correctly is to go laterally to feel the spine, the rib, and feel medially along the rib, because the rib is very simple to feel. And you're going to feel as you go medially that it's going to dive deep, and there's going to be a little bit of a softness before you come back up onto a bony section. And that's as the rib goes in front of the transverse process and actually articulates with that transverse process. So from the spinous process, knowing the rule of 3s, I can predict where that transverse process is. I go about a finger's breadth lateral to that to search for the transverse process. I then confirm it by going above a little bit where it's soft, below it where it's a little soft, and then tracking a rib right to the location of the transverse process is the best way of confirming your diagnosis.